up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here. Peace, y'all. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. What's up, y'all? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, honey. We're down here to talk about Danileigh and DuhBaby. DuhBaby. Let me see. I'm gonna go to my saved tweets. I think the people who like covered it like as thoroughly as possible, because it actually happened. I mean, the drama, the saga played out for the entire day. Everybody kept asking me, was I going to do a video? Are you gonna make a video? Are you make a video? Yeah, I'm gonna make a video, but I felt like it was going to be drawn out for the entire day. I was like, I want to see how everything develops, because you know, there was like some things that her parents disowned her, and then like I was just processing the whole thing, because at first I was just like, well, there was probably hundreds of women standing out in front of the restaurant telling Danileigh, don't go in. She didn't read the Yelp reviews. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. She didn't read the Yelp reviews. The Yelp reviews were there. They were printed, plastered, postered for her to read. And she believed, because of her light skin, that she was going to be treated differently. She was sold that, and as often as Black men do to non-Black women, is they sell them this idea that they are better than, and they are being chose because of the lack of whatever from Black women. So now I'm choosing you, and so you know how to act, and you're better, and all of these things that make women who already function from a space where a man's validation charges her, right? It's like a damn fucking charger in her ass, right? She gets charged up, and she thinks that she is better. She's better than the competition. And when we all know, and we're not going to speak in riddles, and we're going to speak plainly, we all know that these women are not treated differently. I love it, because when Black women start talking about these things, there's always this kind of air like, you guys are just jealous because we're not choosing you. And it's like, no, we're like standing outside of the restaurant saying, girl, don't go in there. These are like 1-star reviews, no star reviews, would not recommend. And your combined with his praise and his adoration, what's happening is, in addition to his fetishizing you, right? You are a object. You are not a yellow bone to him. You are like I said on the internet yesterday, you are a yellow hole to him. I got up in the morning. I saw a video of her in a bed feeding her baby, 3-month-old baby girl, and him taunting her. It looked as though there were cops there, and he apparently called the cops on her. The whole thing triggered me. I've been in like kind of like conflict like that, where a man is like taunting you and aggravating you, and you are unaware and unconsciously in the position already. Because if you were conscious, you wouldn't be in that position, period. If you were conscious and aware and understood what was happening, you wouldn't be there. You would have listened. But again, because your validation is external, and some man with a little bit of money, with no scruples at all, none. Like I said last night, you know, all these Black women jumping up, trauma bonding with Danileigh, because they know what it's like to be treated like that by Black men. But at the same time, y'all are the same women who understand how men, black men, uplift non-black women. And then you act like Jessie Woo. Like I said the other day, Jessie Woo was just always on the wrong side of shit. She says something about DuhBaby being emotionally available, not for black women, but for non-black women. And I don't know if you have noticed, but anybody named DuhBaby, DuhBaby, anybody named DuhBaby is not emotionally available for anyone. For anyone. He's not. He's not. He is a narcissistic, homophobic, misogynistic man who has been given a platform and access to money and is now behaving any fucking way he wants. You know why bitches love me? Why? Because baby don't give a fuck. He told y'all. He don't give a fuck. And you believed Danileigh. That's why I don't feel like Keke Palmer was in her comments talking about, girl, it's gonna be okay. No, bitch. We told you, because I remember making a few videos saying, I bet you $100 that she walks into that restaurant and she sits down and she believes that her lighter skin, I'm gonna be put to the front. I would be put to the front. And he could choose me because I'm light skinned, girl. And then you came out and tried to say that you was black. Your parents mark Hispanic white. They don't do Hispanic black. When they mark it off on the little paper, on the little census, Hispanic white. That's what they're doing over there. And so he comes out, you see the cops in there running around. This was like, it happened early in the morning because it was literally the first thing that came up. Here, hold on, let me get to. And then Mimi, you're stupid too. You're stupid too. But it is like literally the classic tale. The classic tale. You believe that you are going to be treated differently. And this time you believe you're going to be treated differently because Yellow Bone is what he wants, right? And because Yellow Bone is what he wanted, he made you feel this way. And you were posturing yourself up against his dark skin, the first child's mother. And look, it's just the classic story of how it plays out. And now it makes me, I kept wondering yesterday, what is it? What is it about one person who believes that they will be the person who changes this person? Why do you think that? Why don't you see that nothing changes in his environment but the woman? He doesn't change. And why doesn't he change? Because there's no incentive to change. Because despite this public display on the internet, there are women who are willing and ready to be the next fool standing in line to go into the restaurant to have the same exact, if not worse, dining experience that Danileigh had and everybody else coming after her and before her. I don't know what it is that you believe. There's so many women like that. So many women. You see a man in a relationship and the woman leaves a relationship and you think now it's your turn to be treated the same exact way. This man got up at I don't know what time in the morning and you could hear her. She says, I'm in his house. I've been staying with him. I'm in his bed. That's not your house. You're literally over there in a deluded fantasy world, living a life that you want to have, that you want so desperately to have, to prove to everybody that, see, he does treat me better. He does treat me better. And how embarrassing for you. How embarrassing for you. Because you said it. I should have believed the cap ass internet. The internet wasn't capping, stupid. We were like this, Danny, don't fucking do it. But you really thought you was really on the internet talking about yellow bonus wedding one. And you being kicked out at 3 o'clock in the morning. And the cops called on you while he's promoting the project. Talking about he still got a queen to raise. But he's kicking his little queen out at 3 months old in the middle of getting fed, right? When you're getting fed, what do I say? When you're getting fed, that when you're feeding yourself or you're eating, it should be a calm, centered, present. And now you got this baby in the midst of chaos and confusion because her father is a villain. Her father is a villain whose only job and whose only objective in life is to cause chaos and confusion and destruction. And you thought that you were going to be the yellow bone that he won't. And you really got up on the internet and was like taunting. And then I love black women and this and that. And then that black woman who sat behind, girl, that I don't know who she was, behind the baby when he was chewing that gum, I was just like, I had violent thoughts, like literally just from the gum chewing, not even knowing that I already know, like I could imagine what was happening. He was taunting her, trying to get her to leave. She doesn't want to leave, and so she lost control, and like she said, it escalated. I'm sure she put her hands on him and lost control. He calls the cops. Then he puts out a statement, honey. A statement. Where's the statement? Is this it? Here we go. He says, here you go.
Look at that shit. Yeah, I'm fucking live. He got that fucking phone in his hand. Look at that shit. Yeah, there I go. Do my thing. Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you, nigga.
Yeah, whatever, bitch. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. You want to record me talking about shut the fuck up. I gotta record you for myself. Yeah, go ahead. This is the first thing. You ain't finna bring that man down. Get your phone. Come in, cuz.
He said, you're not finna bring a black man down. And it's that's the thing that I'm talking about. Like, he's taunting her and he's doing stuff for the internet. It really, when I tell you how much it angers me to hear him doing that, not even the way that he's dealing with her. I know that what he's doing, he's antagonizing her. He's aggravating her. He's asking her to leave while she's in a very vulnerable, protective mode, feeding her baby. She's feeding her baby. And he is posting the baby to the internet. He doesn't care about her. He doesn't care about the baby, the real baby. He doesn't care. And it's very clear that he doesn't care. And I'm sure no man has come out to speak against his behavior. But the part that is really why everybody is in such an uproar is it's because, girl, we told you. And it's like, it's literally like we told you, you have evidence, everything is laid out on the table for you, and it's the delusion of white supremacy that makes you believe that you are going to be treated differently, and you are not treated not even the closest portion to differently. You are treated exactly the same, if not worse. And then he flips it on you and says, you're trying to bring a black man down. So they pull that card, right? Where they know that the world knows that non-black women have lied on black men, and black men have been strung up and shot and beat because of a lie. So then they turn around and flip that whole shit around and say, you're not going to bring a black man down. But you had unprotected sex with her. And then apparently he was mad because she bought a plan B. This further goes into the depths of her stupidity, because not only do you have all this evidence, not only is he not treating you right, not only is he not showing that he is a part of the life and you guys actually are in some type of relationship, because you are living in a deluded fantasy world at his home, giving up your stuff. I don't know why you did that. I don't know why you did that, but it's the delusion. And I would be willing to ask her, I want to ask her, why did you think that you would be treated differently? Did you really think that your light skin was going to give you preferential treatment? They just tell y'all that to get access to you. And because you're so validated by what an external source has to say about you, preferably a man, and then when everybody tells you this man is not going to treat you any differently, what do I say that they say? Y'all just hating. Y'all just hating. You hating on me. I got what he want. Whether it's the way you wear your hair, whether it's your jewelry, whether it's your lips, whether it's how your titties sit, whether it's how your ass sit, and how your hips curve, and how flat your stomach is, and how thin your ankles are. You're not going to be treated any differently. You assume, right? You assume that you have better pussy, right? The pussy gets wetter than yours, right? You think that that's going to treat you. You are a hole to them. That's why he posted yellow dots, because you're a yellow hole is what he wants. Not yellow bone, a hole to ejaculate his evil fertilizer into your womb and then produce a child that he at 3 months would kick out in the middle of the night and then say, I'm a father first. And you're trying to bring a black man down. I want to know, what about you did you think why you would be different than this homophobic, misogynistic, narcissistic, short man? Because on top of all of that, now you got a Napoleon complex. That's why he runs around jumping up in people's faces and punching them when he jumps up. That's why he is always fighting, because he has a complex about himself. And I could just imagine he was running around that apartment taunting her. I could imagine her running after him and his little legs just scurrying across the floor. And then that black woman sat behind him and was affirming everything he was saying. A black woman. And you know, homegirl, you know that he's not treating that girl right. You know what he's doing, but you're getting a check. So you okay with it. But I don't feel bad for Danileigh. I don't feel bad for her. He come out with a statement talking about, I would like to swiftly remove myself from any of the hostile, in quotes, behavior put on display moments ago. This here thing has come far enough for Shawty to crash out on her own. And it saddens me because I have a queen to raise. But you're kicking your queen out in the middle of the night, so you really don't care. The last hour has been documented for my safety and business done based on my reputation, with multiple threats of setting up an internet scheme and a person refusing to not let me go. So apparently, he's making it seem like she is like Fatal Attraction. She doesn't want to leave. My idea is that she's living in this fantasy world and she hasn't realized and snapped out of the fact that you're not being treated any differently, and she's holding on to this fantasy. She's literally holding on to a fantasy, living in his home, in his bed. Like she said it, I'm in his bed, I'm in his home. This is not our home. This is not our bed. This is all his, and he's kicking you out. And you moved across the country from Los Angeles to North Carolina to be with a man who only wanted to use you for your whole, and then is mad at you because you went and got a plan B. So it's telling me that you're still allowing this to happen. You're still stupid. You're still stupid. After all of the evidence, after all of the 1-star, no-star reviews, after all the women coming out battered and beaten up, you assume that your presence, your body, your holes will be treated differently than all the other people who came out after you. You really believe that. And you believe that because of, he told you this. This is what you believe you be. That's how you know you're crazy. When you believe that this will have him treat you differently. You still letting the man come in you. You want another baby? You want another baby by something like this? You would put yourself in that position? That's delusion. Like she needs some mental help, because you are clearly not loving yourself. You clearly have the lowest self-esteem. You're in postpartum. How old is she? How old is she? She has to be maybe about 25, maybe 24, 25. So you have all of these emotions going on, and this man is kicking you out, and you are still, and I cooked for him. What are you doing? You cooked for him? So you over there and living like you think you're a housewife over there in his, and he hasn't even been there. And so you over there in his house. Girl, we have seen this story 500,000 times. And it's the same script. It's the same script, play by play. And it ends the same fucking way, with you on a fucking plane going home to your support system. And I hope you literally never go back to that, because you really thought that you were going to be different. You really got on the internet and tried to say that you were black, and then sold your ancestry and bet you white. And you up there saying nigga this and nigga that and nigga this and nigga that, raising a multicultural baby. And this is the father that you really had an opportunity to terminate your pregnancy, because everybody was like literally telling you. And it's you're really sitting in delusion, because you thought, based on him uplifting you and putting you on this pedestal, that you were going to be treated different. And that's why I tell women all the time. It's like when you ask, oh my God, I'm going to change him. No. That person has to change. And when there's no incentive to change, there will be no change. And there's no incentive to change because you stupid ass bitches stand in line waiting to be mistreated after you have seen him mistreat other women. You see it. You see him do it. You've seen him on the internet. You've seen him. You've seen him. And there's bitches probably in his DMs. I'll treat you better. You won't have to worry about that from me. I could see it already. I said, I wish I would coddle a woman who told me 6 months ago that her yellow skin is why a nothing ass homophobic misogynistic nigga with short arms wants her. Sin, Erica, Danny, etc., etc., etc. All swing black dick in y'all faces. And when the dick slaps them in theirs, y'all standing right there to trauma bond with them. Y'all stupid too. Ain't no. Danileigh told black women and dark-skinned women that this disgusting piece of shit man wants her because of her skin, and was taunting Mimi. Yellow bun is what he want. And that's why Mimi got on the internet like, girl, you are a fucking joke. I tried to tell your stupid ass, but you don't want to listen to nobody but your dumb ass self. And then her brother came out talking about my family. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. If y'all was gonna do something, she wouldn't be in this situation. She wouldn't be in this. And then not only it was the gum chewing, but then he actually showed the baby's face on the internet, child. He actually showed the baby's face on the internet, honey. I couldn't believe it. It just shows, it's like, I don't know what, there's literally, and this is how they get away with terrorism is because there's no expectation of their behavior. There's no expectation. Like Dave Chappelle was literally advocating for him 3 weeks ago. And now this man is on live kicking out his 3-month-old baby. And then talking about, I'm still going to be a dad. I'm still. That's how ignorant he is. How ignorant he is. Here she go.
Baby called the fucking cops on me. Look at this shit. He wants me to get out of his house. Go ahead. Go ahead, baby. Tell him. Tell him. Where's this stupid ass nigga at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Where's he at? Yeah, whatever. You want to call the fucking cops on me for whatever the fuck reason. Whatever.
Because he knew if you called the cops on him with your light skin, because that's really when the yellow bone works, honey. That's really the only time it works, really. It doesn't work to get you preferential treatment from black men. You don't get treated any differently. And that's why the black women are like, girl, you're going to get the same black men that we get. He's not going to treat you any differently. And you assume because you don't have enough love for yourself, and this validation that comes from an outside source is telling you that you're better than the other women. Your competition, you're better than. And you go through all of this. And this is what better looks like. Is this what preferential treatment looks like? Is that what it looks like? He knew that yellow skin, if you called the cops, his black ass would be underneath the jail. Underneath the jail. And then later comes out that she's been charged. She's been charged with simple assault because I'm sure she lost control and put her hands on him. I'm sure she lost control and put her hands on him. Lil Duval, of course, he comes out. Women say men trap them with babies, but get mad if you keep wanting to wear a condom. And then she turns out and says, men trap women with babies too. Stay woke, especially because they know she cannot simply walk away from the parenting like he can, like Safari can, right? Like Joe Budden can, right? Sin is on the World Wide Web saying that black men treat Latinas better. They worship. It's like they worship us. It's like they worship us. I better not say anything because the black girls are going to get mad. Right? No, we're not getting mad, girl. We laughing at you. We laughing at y'all. We laughing at y'all because the single motherhood rate is going up for the non-black women with black fathers to their children. Yeah. So she says, I'm done. I'm sorry, off the internet. I can't see all this. Focusing on my girl. I'm quiet. This is what she finally said. Last thing, I'm clear. I didn't leave the house because I'm in Charlotte. I have no friends and family out here, and I ain't walking outside exposing her and myself looking crazy with luggages. My assistant flew in so I can catch a flight that was later, but I wanted to go to his house and grab my baby's clothes. You don't need to grab nothing. You need to take what you have and leave. It's not even worth it. That's what's telling me that this is not going to stop. You're letting the man still ejaculate his evil villain fertilizer into your womb. And then you're turning around looking, oh, I'm going to go back. I left a bib over there. I left the baby's pacifier over there. I need to go get the pacifier. You're stupid. But I wanted to go to his house and grab baby's clothes. He said, nah. Then he went live. Did me how he did. And the rest is yeah. But needed to clear that so y'all don't think I'm just sitting here while someone's kicking me and my baby out. Done dragging this unless someone else want to say something because I'm defending myself on everything. Girl, I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to say. Read the Yelp reviews. They're not going to treat you any differently. They're not going to treat... Look at Safari. Look at Joe Budden. I mean, we can name off all the people. They don't treat y'all any better. They're not changing. And y'all don't give them an incentive to change. And it's like they're literally lost causes at this point. Because nothing's going to happen to the baby. He's been, listen, everything. He's been on camera punching a woman in the face. He's did this thing at Rolling Loud. He's always getting into these altercations because people are around him. I don't know. I don't know if he gets triggered when people get too close. Again, he's a short person, so I don't know if that might be a trigger for him when people get too close and he has to jump up and hit him in the face. I'm not sure. I don't know what else to say. It played out the entire day. It played out the entire day. Mimi came out. They hate to see you unbothered by what they thought would bother you. She tried, I'm sure she tried to tell you. And it's funny because I mean, in a similar situation, it's like when you see a man who's been abusive to his partner, and then you turn around and get into a relationship with him and marry him, what makes you think you are going to be treated differently when nothing about him changed? The only thing that changed in the variable is you. And for some odd reason, he's the common denominator in all of the variables, and everybody keeps leaving. Everybody keeps leaving. He's standing there, and then somebody else shows up. They leave. Somebody else shows up. They leave. Somebody else shows up. You don't want to. I don't know what it is about that. I don't know what the psychology is behind believing that somebody who hasn't changed their behavior is going to treat you differently simply because you are you. That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. And I'm not coddling. Nobody needs to coddle Danileigh. She told you black bitches 6 months ago that he don't want your black ass. He wants my yellow ass. He prefers me, bitch. That's what she told y'all. And y'all in the comments coddling her because you know what it is to be treated like that, because she got the same black man y'all got. And so now y'all trauma bonding. That's the reason why Mahogany Peak said on her channel, they don't want y'all to divest because they want misery loves company, right? Misery loves company. So they don't want you to divest. Divest for what, girl? We over here trauma bonding over the mistreatment that we have been given over generations by these niggas. And for some reason, you think your lighter skin is going to he's going to treat you differently, and he doesn't. We've been sitting out the restaurant, bitch, telling you don't go in there. And you thought we was being a hater. You thought somebody was hating on your happiness. And you over there in misery. And now you got Keke Palmer, Jessie Wu, and everybody fucking else. Oh, girl, this girl, it's girl. She was just telling your dumb ass last week that she's better than y'all. She told y'all that. Oh, no, she was just talking to Mimi. She was just talking to Mimi. Danileigh, Mimi, DuhBaby's ignorant fucking ass. I'm telling you, that's the type of man that makes a person be violent. Like, I literally could understand why she lost control, because I could see him running around, his little legs just running around that apartment, antagonizing her. And how angry, and she has a right to be angry. You're kicking me out in the middle of the night with a baby. Not even call me an Uber. You don't even say, I have a plane for you. Like, here, I got you a plane ticket. I want you out of my shit. None of that. It's, I'm kicking you out, but I'm still a father. You know, I'm a Kirk. That's what we gonna do. That tainted evil legacy. Y'all letting that evil legacy fertilizer into your womb. Somebody like that. Violent, misogynistic, homophobic. Got Napoleon complex. I'm sure he does. Disrespectful to people, to groups of people. And you thought that, oh, that's a perfect person to have a baby from after everything that you have been given as evidence. Y'all gonna learn. I don't know how else. Like I said, sometimes you just have to go through the experience to learn the lesson yourself. She's not my girl, never been my girl. But you're placing your raw dick into someone that is you're not in a relationship with and is not your girl, and releasing that into her. I'm seeing what else I said about them. It's literally the full Black struggle love experience. And hopefully you don't put on the ride or die uniform and come back to die over and over and over and over again until you realize I keep dying playing this video game, and I keep dying because I'm taking the same road with this degenerate, and I keep running off the cliff. Put on a different uniform. Play a different game, honey. You, like I said on Instagram, we do in our life journey have an opportunity to unlock the stupidity achievement. I've unlocked it. I'm sure some of you have unlocked it too. Some of us may have unlocked it several times. Right? You get a chance to be stupid. You get a chance, maybe 2 chances to be stupid. But we give you those chances to be stupid when there's no evidence available for you to go by. There is no Yelp review. Maybe 1. And you're like, oh, okay, it's 2 stars. Maybe he was young or something. Maybe. When there's no evidence and you get into some shit like that, you're like, shit, I had no idea. The nigga brought his representative. But this is different. You had goddamn 476 reviews, 1 star. The average, it was like half of a star on the thing. The 1 star wasn't even completely filled up. And you still walked in there and you thought that your light skin was going to get you seated in the front. And you got molded food, warm tap water with lint and shit resting on the top of it because it's been sitting here. Here, take this. And you take it and you drink it. And you sitting there like, I'm not being treated any differently. No, you're not. And then you want to sit over there in a fantasy world. I'm in his house. I'm in his bed. I fixed him dinner. Oh, you over there playing? You playing, Danny? Is that you over there playing house? Stupid? Don't call her stupid. Yeah, no, you stupid. Because you've had an opportunity to read the Yelp reviews and you decided not to. So yeah, I'm calling you stupid. And I'm not letting you the shoulder is not here for you. This ear is not here for you. Go talk to your mama and daddy. And that's why I asked yesterday, where's her father? Where is her dad? I want to know where her father is. I want to know what kind of relationship she has with her dad. Because I don't understand how these fathers are quote unquote present in these girls' lives, and these men are out here abusing them on the internet, and nobody does anything to protect her. That's the problem that I have, because none of the niggas is going to come out and say anything. Like, nigga, you wrong as fuck for kicking her out with a baby at 3-month-old baby, and then you going to turn around and say, I'm a father first. That's not something you keep from a baby. As soon as she gets age appropriate, let me show you what your father did. Oh, yes. Because if you wanted the story to be told different, you would have played a different role. Let me show you what your father did. As soon as she gets age appropriate, I'm going to show you. Brittany Renner, she came out with support. Girl, shut the fuck up. You shut up too. Brittany Renner is a different story. That fool. Nothing. Anyways, that's all I gotta say. Her brother came out and said he's not playing games with y'all. Her sister and her mom came out, said that we love her. We're involved in her. We just want to make sure she gets out of the situation. They show pictures of her and her mom, because he tried to say that the family disowned her and things like that. So, I mean, I don't know what else to say. Read the Yelp reviews, ladies. When a woman, let me tell you something, and this is like really a lesson. If you see a man who has had multiple relationships that have failed, you have to understand that you are not going to be treated any differently. You literally have to understand that unless that man goes into deep therapy and changes his ways, you will not be treated any differently. The only thing that changes is the woman. The turnstile is just running around. One woman comes out, she's like fucked up, and she's walking out, she's like, girl, I made it out. And then the next one is walking in like, okay, he's going to treat me differently because I have light skin, or my ass is big, or my pussy gets wetter than yours. You really believe that? Sin Santana set up on the internet. Erica Mena, she got into a relationship. You thought you were going to be treated differently. And you got the same exact black man that black women get. And when we telling you, girl, he's not going to treat you any different. It's a pathology that is programmed within all of them. Again, some of them lean into it. Some of them reject it. Most of them lean into it because there's no consequence for leaning into that degenerate, violent, villain, terrorism. There's no consequence for that. They get rewarded over and over and over again for terrorizing people. And you letting this man still ejaculate in you, that you got to take a plan B. So you still stupid over there playing house. The best thing for you was to get your dumb ass on an airplane and get as far away from that gremlin as possible. And that's it. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. And read the Yelp reviews. Everybody ain't hating on you. Everybody ain't hating on you. If there's a woman telling you, trying to warn you about a man. Remember I told y'all that story? That my son's father, his wife, I said I want to look at her over the car and be like, girl, don't do it. No. But I said, you know what? Everybody deserves their whatever love looks like for them. Everybody deserves a glimpse of it. I'm going to let her do it, and she gonna see. She gonna see. She is going to see. Throwing up in your face, you want my life. You just jealous. You jealous of me. You want my life. And you don't even think that's how delusional these women are. Because it's like, she left. How could she want your life if she left it? He didn't leave her. She left him. And you really sitting up there posturing yourself as if you were going to be different. And lo and behold, guess what? You're not treated any differently. And then you feel like a fool because somebody tried to explain to you after the fools you done called her, right? You let him treat you like that. He gonna treat me better. You a dummy, bitch. You a dummy. You know, many people are calling Danileigh a dummy, and it's gonna walk right in the same shoes. They're gonna play the same game as her. Everybody's not hating on you. Some of these niggas ain't shit. A lot of them are not. Because there's no incentive to change. Because you stupid ass bitches are not loving yourselves. One, you're not loving yourselves. You think you need validation from a man. You feel like you're unworthy unless there's a penis in proximity to you. That's not how any of this works. And yes, you're in your early 20s, so you have enough time to recover, girl. You have enough time. But if you keep going back, ain't nobody coddling you. Ain't nobody saying, girl, lay your head on me. Ain't nobody saying sending thoughts and prayers, bitch. You should have read the Yelp reviews. And now you over there with a baby leprechaun from the evil leprechaun. And then you forget. That's the thing. When they get older, you forget they half demon, half terrorist. You forget that. And you wonder why they acting like this? Because you had a baby with a fucking terrorist. That's why, girl. Y'all gonna get enough of that. Y'all better protect yourselves. Guard your womb. Stop having sex with these men. You know, and it's not, the baby isn't the only threat. You know how many cases, new HIV cases now for black women is coming up from their partners. Y'all better guard your wombs. Do not let anybody ejaculate their demon fertilizer into your womb. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Anyways, y'all, take care of each other. Protect your energy. Peace.